Welcome to Nice Effects. Today is Monday, October 21st, 2024. We're in the Flatiron District. It's 77 degrees, man. It's real nice out today. We're gonna walk around the city, see what's going on. By the way, it is rush hour. Surprised I didn't name it that. But let's get moving. It's like the last few days, who knows? It's been sunny, real nice, like perfect weather. Like insane. We're in fall, autumn, if you want to call it that. How you doing, Zambrano? Thanks for tuning in. I don't want to go around that scaffolding. We're on 5th Avenue. There's a building they putting up, blocking the Empire State Building. That's like ruining my shot. Yeah, Rolls Royce. I don't know if y'all can see that. I think it's a Phantom, I'm not too sure. I don't think that's a Phantom, no. You can see it's a nice one. Yeah, the weather's like fantastic. Hey, doggy.
So, bye.
Yeah, it's almost 5 o'clock. It's 4:57. Well, at least on this it says 80 degrees. It feels like it, but I might be overdressed a little. Show y'all what time it is. It's beautiful out, man. I wish I had the day off. I wish I ain't had to work. It wasn't windy or nothing today. It's a Japanese grocery. That's new. We haven't been there that long. Probably less than a year. I tell you, when those Asian spots like Japanese grocery stores open up, they don't close down. At least I haven't seen one. When it comes to grocery stores, maybe the restaurants, because I used to work on a fish pond for koi. There was a Chinese restaurant on Lafayette Street. It was big too. You got a car inside of a store. I'm over some scaffolding, so I can really come show you. Buck Mason, that's the name of the store. Got a portion there. But yeah, that was the only store I can remember that shut down. But it was so big, it, you know, they probably got priced out on the rent. Maybe their lease was up and they just moved. Some of these companies, they'll sign a lease for like 10 years or 15, 20 years. You know, once the lease is up, they probably don't renew it and they just move to another location. But man, it is nice.
Yeah.
All that scaffolding. I was about to take the bus, but I'm not going to take the bus. I was going to go to take the bus to Washington Square Park. I ain't going to do it. I'll just walk. I want to get something to chew on. The weather's so nice. Usually around this time of the year, it gets windy, and chilly. It was just like a little over a week ago, it was chilly. 50 degrees. Was cool in the morning. 50 degrees. That's what it was when I got up to go to work. Other than that, it's been beautiful. 77 to 80 degrees today, and it's supposed to be nice tomorrow. But yeah, can't beat it. At least for now. Some would probably say it's the global warming effect. See, we're still in the Flatiron district. So we might get lucky and have a mild winter. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. It's a mild winter. That's good for me. Because then I'll do more walks like this. When it's freezing cold, I can't. I have the clothes for it, but I just don't want to be when it's out here when it's freezing cold. That's the only thing I really don't like about New York is when it's, you know, wintertime comes and it's freezing cold. Yeah, scaffolding on both sides of the street. I don't like walking under the scaffolding. It's not good for the visuals. I only walk under it when I don't have the camera. Oh, hold up. So I see blinking lights. So I'm going to inspect. You know, the cop's gonna pull somebody over. I don't know what it is, but you can see it. Probably nothing. Well, it's gotta be something. They blinking their lights, so. Anytime you cross in the streets, you see this green lane, don't stand in the street on the corner at all. Don't do it. Because you can get hit. That's why a lot of people usually get hurt. Instead of standing on the sidewalk, you stand in the street on that green line, that green path. And these guys with the bikes, that's a bike path, and they ride real fast. Show y'all something real quick. So this is tomorrow, 6 a.m. to 12 midnight. We have a film shoot. Project name is film shoot? That don't make no sense. I don't get that one. Well, whatever. So they're gonna close this side of the block off. And do whatever they have to do to get the film done. When they do film shoots, it's usually early in the morning or at night, because they like to use their own lights. You don't want to depend on the sun, because the sun can get blocked by you know, the clouds. Clouds could be moving. It could be too bright, so they like to control their light. Just like photographers, they do the same. They either shoot early in the morning when the sun is coming up, or they'll shoot in the evening when the sun is going down. I'm across the street. It's like 2 blocks of scaffolding. Oh man. Sorry about that, people. I have to turn the microphone off. People playing music. I'm a Tesla taxi cab. See those every once in a while, not all the time. There used to be a guy that used to do Uber. I think like 2 years ago with the Tesla. Because he used to come in when we had the store, the fish store. He used to come in and buy fish. And he's a taxi driver doing Uber. I might get off the path. Go on Broadway.
Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah, we're gonna walk down Broadway. Even though we're on 5th Avenue, we're gonna walk down Broadway. I like to switch things up. Right now, we're still in Flatiron District. We're gonna walk. 5th Avenue divides east from the west. Right now I'm on the west side of the street. When I cross the street, I'm gonna be on the east side of New York. So Broadway is the only street that runs from east to west. It runs all the way from Uptown, Manhattan, on the west side, and it comes this far down, which we're on East 17th Street, and it runs into Broadway runs into 5th Avenue. So that's the longest street in New York, at least in Manhattan, Broadway. Kind of breaks up at Times Square. I hear music. I may have to turn around. I can't tell if that's somebody live or is it a concert? Yeah, they used to have a commercial back in the 80s And you would say, is it live or Memorex? It was with audio tapes. I can't see where it's coming from. Since I can't tell, I'm just gonna get back to Fifth Avenue. I like to know what I'm walking into, because then I have to turn the microphone off if it's recorded music. And I don't like to leave y'all in the, like you're deaf or something, can't hear anything. You just see everything but can't hear anything. Now I don't even hear it anymore, but I'm just gonna keep walking on Fifth. Probably get a block over. I don't get that one. Stay on the buffer? I don't know what that means. Do you mean it's buffering where I'm at? NYPD. Ain't nobody in the car. Oh, okay. Zambrano. Where you from, Zambrano? Hope I'm saying that right. Man, I could have walked all day. It was so nice today. I went to the New York Comic Con yesterday. Well, not yesterday, it was Saturday. So I put that up last night. If you didn't see it, now's the time to see it today. Here you go across the street. All right, I'm saying it right. new school. It's the old school that they call the new school. It's a new building. It's not that old. I think it's less than 50 years old, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of students are walking around because NYU is not too far from here. I'm pretty sure they got buildings around this area anyway, just like new school. This ain't the only new school building that I just showed. We have some across the street. That's the new school also. And the building down the block from it. Red and white signs. How you doing, Malou?
But like not enough for a meetup.
I hope it's like this on Halloween. No rain, that's the main thing. No rain. Check that out. What's that? It's an old one too. It's another new school right here. NYU University. Right next to it. School next to a school. Blasting music. So we're gonna hit Broadway. I don't want to turn the microphone off. I like the city sound. We're gonna go down on one of the off blocks. Blocks we never get most people never go on. They usually just hit the main streets. Like 5th Avenue, Broadway. I'm doing that myself, but I usually try to go through the smaller blocks that nobody really ever gets to see. How you doing, RJ? Thing about the fall, I like the way the leaves look when they start changing colors. I mean, the colors could get yellow, orange. You know, it looks nice. I like it when it's spring and summer. Like when the trees and the bushes and everything is starting to bloom. They start flowering. That's when it looks insane. The cherry blossoms. I've seen this is brand new restaurant. Get a little Halloween on it. That's why I would like to do some morning walks. No music. I never heard this one. Pocket food. No. There's people in the window, so I'm not gonna spook them with the camera. They might lose their mind. So we're approaching University Place. It's a one-way street. That's why I'm walking in the street. I can see what's coming at me. Trying to stay out the bike lane. A few restaurants where you can have the windows open. Right. A little scaffolding.
That was like delicious. We didn't get that.
By the way, if anyone's new to this channel, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel. We do walking tours of New York City, festivals, events, raids, pretty much anything New York if I can get to it. And then sometimes they have so many events going on at the same time, you might be able to only hit 2. I think most of the big events like parades is done. I think the next 2 is going to be, let this go by for a minute. Halloween Day Parade and the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Can't get a guy hit.
I was like, oh, you know what? You know why I got them the first time?
He jumped out in the street. Now, you would think we'll be wearing this by now. Not that cold right now as far as heating up. Pretty sure it's going to cool down again. This weather may only last another week. It's been dry too. It hasn't been raining. I've been lucky in that sense. Still got some flowers left. Somebody got a Lamborghini SUV over here. I think that's one of the fastest ones out when it comes to SUVs. I like the idea they make them in different colors other than black, gray, white, silver. It's like opening a bag of Skittles. Then you can get them in different colors. We're gonna come in here and see if we can get a bag of peanuts. I gotta turn the microphone off for a moment. Niggas playing music inside, that's why I turned the microphone off. Oh, okay, somebody's just playing the guitar. I wasn't sure what it was. We at Washington Square Park. I'll take the chance. Because even if somebody's playing copywritten music, like themselves, I could get a, what you call it, similar to like a copyright strike. Can't get the name of it right now. Copyrights claim, that's what it's called. Try to see if I can go. I might hit 6th Avenue.
Check it out, buddy.
See what the park look like today. Since it's so nice, everybody usually comes out. You'd think it was the beginning of the summer. Yeah, but it's not. It's pretty nice. Check that out.
Yeah.
Wow, no protest today. I think it's a Jewish holiday or something coming up. I'm not too sure what it is, but I see a lot of them advertising. I'm not gonna ask them though. I'm not gonna go that way. They playing music. We're gonna duck that. Like the guys with the white shirts, they're dressed in black and white with the hats. I see a lot of like small groups of them together. That's why I kind of prevented the park on that side, because they was playing music. This guy's just typing poems. I don't know, the way you would take a typewriter to get it fixed if it was to break. All right, we're gonna head out.
¿O quieres unas pichas zapatillas al estilo jalapeño, güey?
Maybe.
So we're heading downtown, leaving Washington Square Park. I'm surprised there's no like bands right out. Maybe everybody's rehearsing.
Like, if this girl really was pregnant right out there, like,
We're gonna walk through, start heading to the West Village. It's another building of NYU. Basically, this park is surrounded by buildings of NYU. All these buildings are NYU, New York University. Maybe except for church, I'm not sure.
hey, I mean, if you know this is what you want to do.
So we're gonna be walking more in the area of small little restaurants, cafes. Usually when you see bikes like this, that means somebody got hit on their bike by a car or a truck and they passed away, and then they just lock the bike up. So that's what that usually means. Check this out, this is a MIDI. Oh. Hey, and Amityville Horror. That's what made me think of that.
So you're looking for bartending? Yes. So what kind of experience you've had? How long have you been bartending?
So I did for this
It says Top Tide. This is a new building. Gave it somewhat an old design, somewhat, with the bricks, but it is a new building. In the background, World Trade. We're doing Martin from Ireland. Thanks for tuning in. Didn't see them. Probably didn't see me. Yeah, check out the kitties. I really can't stand in front of here because they're playing music. And that's a bag. I thought it was just a small guitar, but that's a bag. Giving y'all a 360.
I didn't even know. She told me that she was.
You're on Bleecker Street in McDougal.
They've been stuck in Ohio.
Big. You know what's so crazy? They put a funeral home literally right next to the
No, not yet.
We'd like to come through here in the morning, right when the stores are just opening. And there's nobody inside or on the outside. This is where they're gonna have the Halloween Day Parade. You know, 6th Avenue. Gotta see if I'm gonna get off early. Oh, they got something else.
There would be many.
So they're gonna close this whole street off for like several blocks. I was around this area last year, but I couldn't get a good Wi-Fi signal. After a while, I just walked the other streets. They're closed off a good portion of the streets, not just 6th Avenue. And last year was chilly. We might get lucky and it be warm.
Yeah.
These bike lanes is popping up everywhere.
Yep, let me cross the street. Come on.
Mama, you're here, Joe.
I don't know if this happened already or is it coming up? $5 a.m. to 5 p.m. Jeez. That was supposed to be happening. They didn't put nothing on it. We're gonna walk through West Village a little bit more. This is Father Demo Square, the park that is. Turn the fountain off. That's where most of your money is gonna go to, food. That's why everywhere you walk, there's a place to eat. Whether it's a deli or a restaurant, plenty of places to eat. You'll never go starving unless you run out of money. See? Gotta turn this microphone off for a moment. Sorry about that, people, but people blasting music. I gotta turn the microphone off.
This beats you having to travel to LA.
Pink inside and out.
Or if they like aren't going to the game.
Another Lamborghini Jeep. Well, SUV. I think those things is like 150,000 or more. There's one of those smoke shops.
I went to John's with Nick and Alex.
I think it's a shoe store. Oh, they took the sign down. Couldn't even tell you like the name of the store, like show it to you. But it is a shoe store. You can see it's gonna be the only one on the block that's saying it. But we are on Bleecker Street.
Okay, I can't get these right now.
The ethical dilemma of saying should be.
I don't know how they do it, but they got a vegan ice cream store. I mean, the cream is from the cow, it's milk. See if we can get a view of the menu a little bit. I don't know, I gotta check them out one of these days. Vegan ice cream. But then again, you never know. It's probably not. Now we're on Bleecker, and this is 7th Avenue. During the parade, most of the streets are going to be closed off anyway. Last year, I think they closed Washington Square Park. Whole bottom half of that building is a restaurant. This is where we at the moment.
I know he's gonna ask her. He also has no state. No idea.
How you doing, John? We're in the West Village, John. This is what I was kind of looking for. See how many buildings are decorated. As in Halloween. Not sure what his character is though. I don't know, maybe y'all would know. Unless it's just something they made up. But usually when you walk through blocks like this, these are the ones that'll be heavily decorated. Especially if I go uptown around the 50s and the 60s. Brownstone buildings like these, they would have they would pay somebody to come in and decorate, you know, the front of their building. I used to thought the people buy the stuff themselves. But they don't buy it, they just rent it. Actually, once you got new, and then they just set it up. Because I used to still do work in some of these type of buildings, like brownstones. And they'll just hire people, like a company, to come in and decorate them, decorate the house for who knows how many thousands of dollars, and they'll do whatever you want, whether it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, whatever the occasion is, they'll decorate it the way you want it. Now usually people who live in like apartments, because they would call these like mini mansions. Everybody got their camera out. So that means they got a tour guide with them. And you see people doing that. I mean, there's a tour guide with them. And they're giving them a historic tour. How you doing, Kyle? I think I'm not too far from it. But I used to work on this guy. He had a construction company. Not too far from here. But he moved. But what he did, he had his the lower part of the building, because he owned the whole building at the time. And he put the fish tank hanging from the ceiling, a 500-gallon fish tank hanging from the ceiling. See, these are like mini mansions, somewhat. Yeah, man. It was an acrylic tank too. It was probably like 1.5 to 2 inches thick. And he had steel beams holding it up, hanging from the ceiling. No, I'm on the wrong block. It's one of these blocks that made a turn. It was a saltwater tank. He used to overfeed the fish. All his fish was fat. He told me, nah, they not fat, they pleasantly plump. He was overfeeding that tank. And it was a reef tank at that. So those who are familiar with that. It's Groves. Right now we're on Hudson Street. See, like I'm walking in the middle of the street. I'm always looking. Even though the camera's pointed straight, I'm looking both ways. Even if it's a one-way street, look both ways because the bikers can easily come in the opposite direction and hit you. I think that's another ice cream place. See all these ice cream spots. Nah, this is definitely not a high crime area. No way, this is the West Village. This is a low crime area. Extremely low.
Your hair looks good. Oh, thank you.
You gotta have dough to live over here.
We're like best friends. He's like so.
I was just saying, oh, that sounds like a lot more
If
complicated.
you can afford to live over here, you got dough. You got a lot of money. There's always cops around. It's a precinct not too far from here.
Basically, so you've done that too? Right.
So anytime you see this bike rack, you always have a sign ahead of it, you know, stating where you're at, the location. See, police cars. Believe me, I'm not gonna walk in a high crime area too tough with a $1,000 phone on a stick. It's just not gonna happen unless it's early in the morning. This is where we at the moment. See, this is city bike racks. I have a client that's over in this area and they own the building. World Trade Center in the back. We close to the water now. This is like the end of the village. Cause we coming towards the waterfront. I gotta be over in this area tomorrow anyway to work on the tank that I was telling you about earlier. I don't know what you mean by loot. I mean they hang around this area if they're around. These are one of the elephants from India that was in the meat packing district. So maybe somebody bought it. I'm not sure because this size would be expensive. I think this is something like 28,000. But they got them small too. I think the small ones are 8,000. That's the name of the elephant. Let me show you real quick. I can imagine how many hours it took to get that going. This is it right here. Once again, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel. This is what I do, walking tours of New York City. Festivals, parades, different types of events. This is when you want an electric bike, you're pumping up a hill. So we're going to gonna see the view of the waterfront of New Jersey. That's what you're looking at the moment. And that's the West Side Drive. That's one of the few cement streets of New York City where it's all cement. It used to be, you know, tall like this, asphalt, and then they just turned it all into cement. So it's like a highway. Well, it runs into a highway anyway, even though it has lights. It's all cement, so the ground is not going to warp or anything. But then if you come here on a Sunday in the morning, then you see those guys driving the fast cars like Porsche, Ferraris, and they kind of like race one another. Or just drive fast. Because they know on the Sundays nobody out. There's hardly any traffic. They definitely come out, and I would do it too probably. It's like pretty much, other than a highway, it's like the street that you can actually drive fast on. There's no people walking like this. Like, this is a crowd. This is still like a rush hour crowd. Now we at Hudson River Park. Let me know if y'all see any buffering going on. This is another area like bicycles, electric vehicles, they ride really fast. So you crossing this path, you definitely gotta look both ways, constantly. I mean, unless it's late at night, probably anybody is out. But like right now, everybody's trying to get home, or trying to get from point A to point B. That's what I'm doing now. I'm looking both ways. Just to show you how fast everybody's going. High traffic. There's all bicycles, skateboards, scooters. That's why you see everybody looking back and forth, I mean side to side. And sometimes they have group rides, where people ride in groups. Because I was a part of a group like 10 years ago. And we was riding up and down this path. This goes all the way around Manhattan. We're talking 26 miles. So you get on this path, you can go around the whole Manhattan Island. Some of it is going to be a little rocky anyway, but most of it, especially on the west side, we on the west side, it's smooth. Paved just like this all the way around, pretty much. I think they're still trying to work out the kinks on the east side. So I seen, I think it was the day before yesterday, they're working on the whole east side. A big part of, I think it was around the 50s and 60s, like 50th and 60th Street. I gotta do a video over here, just the bikes are coming by and everybody's moving fast. Do a time lapse video. So this is Pier 45. This is a part of Greenwich Village. As you can see, it's a lot of joggers around here. They have group joggers also. You see people running in groups. I'm not the running type. I'd rather either be on a skateboard or a bicycle. Most of the people who's doing the running, they live around this area. Now you say it looks like Section 8 housing. You a riot, man. You're a regular riot. Like I was saying, this area is like the waterfront of New Jersey. I don't know what part of Jersey that is, by the way. I don't go to Jersey. This area gets kind of sketchy with the Wi-Fi, so you might experience some buffering. That's why I'm kind of leery of walking up and down this area. I don't want to lose the signal, the Wi-Fi signal. That's a lot of, well, it's going to be the New York Marathon, so I'm pretty sure some of the people probably getting ready for that. That's another thing. Another event that's kind of big. Not kind of, that is big. It expands all 5 boroughs of Manhattan. It's a 26-mile run. Usually the fastest people will complete the run, the marathon, in like 2 hours. Somewhere in that ballpark. And then after that, it's just like stragglers. You know, not everybody's competing to win. People just usually enter the, I mean, it's like a giant club, you know, runners club for some people. So that's why a lot of, you know, and people from all over the world come to that, to the New York Marathon. I don't know how many people enter, and if there's a fee that you have to pay to enter. I'm not too sure. But you're running against professional runners from around the world. If you're thinking the win is going to be easy, it's not. You're going to put the best runners, the people who run professionally, in the front. I think you win something like $100,000 if you win. So you probably get endorsements or whatever. But you know, a lot of the sporting goods stores are gonna do well. Like Paragon Sports, that's on 17th Street and Broadway. They get into this type of stuff where they have big shoe sales, the shorts and the shirts. So they get into that heavy. Okay, people, thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel. I may be out tomorrow, I'm not too sure. It's supposed to be nice like today. It was like from 77, I think it hit like 77 degrees today. Up to 80. But it's supposed to be about 70 tomorrow, so I might be out tomorrow. And once again, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. I hope to see you on the next one. Have a good day, and for some, a good night. The name of this channel is Nice Effects. And check out my other videos also. Like I did the New York Comic Con just 2 days ago. So you might want to check that out. It's like 3 hours long. You know, fall asleep on it, it's so long. Okay, people, y'all take it easy. Thanks for tuning in. My goal.